Your top stories this evening, sponsored by Courts, bringing value home. Calls mocked for cash grant before Christmas. APNU holds peaceful demonstration. HASTINGS-WILLIAMS chides government over poor living conditions at the Amerindian hostel on Princess Street. No new leads in killing of Cuban national. Bloodstained knife recovered. And China rolled and Bridge Corporation workers up in arms over non-payment of salaries. HGP Nightly News begins now. Good evening to our viewers here in Guyana and online. I'm Travis Chase with the Monday, December 8th edition of the HGP Nightly News. Here's what you need to know this evening. There is mounting pressure on the Irfan Ali-led government to release a definitive date before Christmas when the promised cash grant will be made available. The Partnership for National Unity held a peaceful picketing exercise to demand that citizens get what's theirs. Here's more. Several politicians and civil society representatives today joined a peaceful picket demonstration organized by the Partnership for National Unity, calling on the government to immediately release the promised cash grant to citizens ahead of the Christmas season. The picket exercise was held at the Square of the Revolution and outside the office of the president. Leader of the APNU's business in the National Assembly, Dr. Terence Campbell, was on the picket line.
There are people who are suffering in this country. Recent report from the IDB shows that 58% of the people in this country live in poverty. We in the APNU, we're not only concerned about a cash grant, but we're concerned about a broader package, a broader program to bring help to the suffering people.
Speakers at the event said families are struggling with rising costs of living and accused the government of delaying much-needed financial assistance. They stressed that the president had previously committed to the cash grant being issued before Christmas and urged authorities to honor that promise. Attorney at Law Dexter Todd and Ganesh Mahi Paul had these messages for the government.
The money is available. And what we said is that we expect a minimum of $150,000, which if you multiply that by 600,000 people, which is based on the amount of people they used for the 100,000 cash grant last year, that's going to give us 90 billion. Now, if they want to give it to 200, which we will welcome, 200,000 is even better, that is 120 billion.
Because as we move through the streets, as we move through the communities, we are seeing people who are desperately in need of this cash transfer.
APNU officials described the picket as a united call for fairness and accountability, saying thousands of Guyanese are depending on the relief to support their households during the holidays. Leader of the Assembly for Liberty and Prosperity, Simona Brooms, was also on the picket line.
The citizens are not feeling and benefiting from this wealth. And we believe that every year there must be a defined policy as to how much and how will wealth transfer take place to its citizens. It is not to be used as a political tool, the government giving you something. And the language of the government is deliberate to impoverish and to keep people in enslavement in their mindset.
Organizers say the pressure will continue until the government provides a definitive timeline for distribution of the cash grant. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News. In this developing story, Member of Parliament Don Hastings-Williams for the Reinvest in Nationhood has criticized the Ali-led government for the deplorable conditions under which residents of the Amerindian hostel on Princess Street are forced to endure. She called it devastating and cruel to the nation's first peoples. Antonio Day reports.
Distressing circumstances at the Amerindian hostel located on Princess Street have garnered national attention, revealing the deplorable and inhumane conditions faced by residents. Azruddin Mohammed, presumptive opposition leader alongside several members of parliament, responded to an urgent appeal from residents to observe the conditions firsthand. Don Hastings-Williams from We Invest in Nationhood has criticized the Ali-led government for the deplorable conditions at the Amerindian hostel in Princess Street, Georgetown. She described the inhumane conditions that indigenous peoples face as devastating and cruel.
As a government who's caring for its indigenous people, should ensure that things are in place, not only to bring them out and leave them there.
HASTINGS-WILLIAMS highlighted that many residents have medical needs requiring regular transport for checkups, which has often been inconsistent. The WIN Member of Parliament, who has publicly advocated for Indigenous rights, told this newscast that no one, including those from this ethnic group, deserves to live under such ruthless conditions. She emphasized that billions of dollars were spent on continuous development of the Amerindian hostel. Where do these funds go? The Member of Parliament questioned.
It should not have come down to that. We spent millions. As a parliamentarian, we approved millions of dollars in 2024 for repairs, electricity, and we expect the value for our money.
In a widely circulated video on social media, which showed a clash between Minister of Amerindian Affairs Sarah Brown-Shiddick and Odessa Primus, General Secretary of WIN. Addressing the media from the inside compound, Brown strongly condemned the presence of the opposition members. She further accused them of trying to intimidate her.
Not a political campaign. But what I'm saying is that these people came out here.
The Minister in Defense stated that the government is working to build a new facility for residents.
Campaign at a public meeting in Moruca that the government is moving towards constructing a new.
Sound like you come out there for a campaign, Shampoo. What I'm saying is that at the end of the day, I understand what you're saying, but at the end of the day, the people here punishing.
Nightly News understands that the hostel face extreme heat and requires fans, air conditioning, and mosquito nets. Residents often live in poor health due to inadequate bedding. The proximity of beds and the use of thin mattresses have been associated with increased cases of scabies. The washrooms are non-functional and residents are forced to physically fetch water to flush the toilets. According to this background, HASTINGS-WILLIAMS noted that Minister Brown's newness to her portfolio does not prevent her from carrying out her duties. She stated that the harsh reality is that the residents are suffering and the government must act immediately.
Well, in her own right, she will try to defend. I acknowledge that she is newly appointed, but that still shouldn't be an excuse because the former minister was in the same PPP government. All she had to do was do a proper handing over and, allow the new minister inform her about what is to be done.
Williams contends that if the minister had been fully apprised of the situation, maybe the circumstances on Sunday could have been different. Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Antonio, for your reporting. Well, there was a major security breach at the ministry responsible for security. Well, in the wee hours of Monday morning, an intruder ransacked a key office in the Ministry of Home Affairs located on Brickdam. Marvin Cato reports.
The Ministry of Home Affairs in a statement informed that at approximately 4 hours on Monday, December 8, 2025, an unknown individual unlawfully entered the ministry's building. It was revealed that the security personnel detected the intruder via CCTV cameras and immediately raised an alarm. The rank told investigators that while stationed in the southwestern guard hut, she observed a male wearing a hoodie inside the middle flat of the building, specifically in the Immigration Support Services Department. The man was reportedly carrying a haversack. One officer, according to the release, pursued the individual, but the intruder made good his escape. The Guyana police force was promptly notified, and an investigation has since been launched. Preliminary investigations revealed that a glass window on the eastern side of the building, located in the washroom area, was found open with no visible signs of breakage. Closed-circuit television CCTV footage shows the suspect entering the building by pulling open this eastern washroom window and later moving about the middle flat carrying a black, bulky traveling bag. The footage further shows the suspect exiting the building via a fire escape on the northern side before scaling the eastern fence with the said bag and proceeding east along Crowell Street. The ministry has been advised that the suspect has since been arrested by the Guyana police force in connection with this incident. A quantity of items believed to have been stolen from the ministry was found in his possession. The Ministry of Home Affairs commends the prompt and professional response of the Guyana police force and acknowledges the vigilance of the security personnel on duty. Investigations are ongoing. Only recently, a building being built for the new Canoe headquarters was also breached, raising serious questions since the ministry's building has security and CCTV coverage. There has also been growing concerns about public security according to pundits. The Guyana police force has recently announced a drop in serious crimes and a 61% crime clear rate. Marvin Keto reporting for HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Marvin. Stay with us. There is more news ahead.
I'm sorry. I couldn't take any more of your gaslighting. Just go. I got burned too many times. I went to Quartz and found myself a new flame.
Say goodbye to your old appliances and hello to new ones from Quartz, bringing Christmas home.
Welcome to SNL Electrical Inc., where lighting and electrical needs are met with expertise and style. From the latest in electrical lamps to durable cables, circuit breakers, panels, we have it all. Illuminate your space with our elegant chandeliers, stunning crystal lights, and versatile pole lights. Looking to upgrade your comfort? Explore top-of-the-line AC units and our diverse selections of stylish styles. Visit us at 170-180 Thomas Street, Kitty, Georgetown. Discover solution that not only lights up your world but transforms it. Call us on telephone number 226-3018 or 223-1634. SNL Electrical Inc., powering your life with elegance, quality, and care.
Krishna Rolf Establishment. No job is too small or too large. We specialize in all types of fabricating machinery, excavator repairs, rice field pumps, and hydraulic hoses. Visit us at Lot 113, Block CC, Manripo, East Coast, and Marara, or call 220-9624-629-4021 or 619-7880. At Krishna Rolf Establishment, no job is too small or too large.
HGP Nightly News. On the police blotter, the police are still on the hunt for two men who allegedly murdered a Cuban national Saturday afternoon in the course of a robbery. More details in this report. The police are still in search for two men who stabbed to death a 48-year-old Cuban national on Saturday afternoon along Middle Road, La Penitence. Police say the attack seemed targeted. The victim has been identified as Ariel Betancourt Ramirez. He was reportedly heading to pick up his reputed wife from work when residents discovered him lying motionless on the roadway around 2 p.m. and raised an alarm. A resident who prefers her identity withheld spoke with Nightly News.
Two skinny guys on the bike, Robbie and gone riding up the road. And like he fight back with them because he was coming from the direction. And like he fight back with them and they end up stabbing him.
Police say Ramirez sustained 2 stab wounds, one to the chest and another to the left side of his chest. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Crime scene investigators later recovered a blood-stained knife from a nearby drain, believed to be the murder weapon.
Like normally for the afternoon, he just walk, his wife is come off at the head of Middle Road for his bus. So he's normally walking, going to pick up his wife and walk her back in with fast protection. But like they're coming from the same direction where he was going in and he went to the direction. Like according to the taxi man, like he right in the turn back to he.
CCTV footage from the National Command Center captured 2 male suspects, both of African descent, riding past the victim on bicycles before circling back. Moments later, the suspects were seen fleeing west, with one of them discarding the knife. The men remain at large, and police are canvassing the area for additional CCTV footage and witnesses. The body of Ramirez is at the Memorial Gardens Funeral Home as investigations continue. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News. Member of Parliament Ganesh Mahipal has called for a published medium-term fiscal framework reflecting program commitments, stronger parliamentary scrutiny with timeline cost details, and a public register of major projects in response to allegations of wasteful spending by the ruling People's Progressive Party Civic. Antonio Day reports.
Ganesh Mahipal, Member of Parliament for the Partnership for National Unity, stated that the People's Progressive Party Civic has framed major commitments as policy wins without demonstrating the long-term budgetary planning to support them. At a recent press conference over the weekend, Shadow Minister of Local Government and Regional Development Ganesh Mahipal informed reporters that systems governing accountability and transparency are under threat.
The 2025 budget speech promised ambitious programs, many of which have not been realized. APNU remains concerned about the adequacy of risk assessment, contingency arrangements, and transparent fiscal buffers.
Good governance demands that ongoing commitments align with sustainable financing, accurate costing, and clear performance indicators, Paul reasoned.
Government too often makes promises without a thorough policy, budget, and implementation plans.
The Member of Parliament argued that without budgetary certainty and procurement transparency in social programs, households lose trust and public funds are at risk of corruption.
This creates a promise today, shortfall tomorrow dynamic that disadvantages ordinary people. This pattern of announcing first, cost and plan later creates avoidable delivery failures.
Paul urged the government to publish a medium-term fiscal framework that aligns with programmatic commitments and enhances parliamentary scrutiny with timely costings and analyses. He also urged the incumbent to create a public register of major projects and their procurement status to minimize uncertainty and corruption risk. Antonio De reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
We tell you now that Guyanese operators of China Railway, China Road and Bridge Corporation complained bitterly over another missed salary deadline. This time, they are unsure when their salaries would be available. Marvin Cato reports.
Today is the payday.
Today's payday, boss. We were told that there is no finance for the workers.
Why?
Guyanese workers attached to the China Railway, China Road and Bridge Corporation involved in the Berbice 4-lane expansion road project highlighted ongoing delays in receiving their salaries.
We are the drivers and operators. Robert in charge of us. We were told, we went to Robert for pay. Salary. We were told there's no salary for us.
Workers were visibly upset, many saying every time payment is due, they are told the head office has not released monies.
It keep happening from fortnight to fortnight.
Steady. It's been after.
No insurance. I hope you can switch off your phone.
Why?
No, but truth is true.
No, we need to get our money.
With Christmas quickly approaching and many workers still unpaid, that's a worry for fortnight workers.
All we want to know, are we getting paid? Are we getting paid today?
Today?
Yeah.
Today we're supposed to get paid.
Over the past several weeks, there has been growing labor concerns against Chinese companies operating in Guyana. Only recently, there was a video circulating online showing a Guyanese worker throwing chairs at his employer over safety issues.
If you don't have finance project, you tell people.
If you know that the finance is not going to come, and the day was the workers that need a salary, you need to give a few days heads up.
Efforts to contact the company proved futile. Meanwhile, Minister of Labour Keoma Griffith, in addressing the situation, emphasized that while welcoming Chinese companies here, they must fully comply with Guyana's labour laws, particularly fair wages, safety, and treatment of employees. Marvin Cato reporting for HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Marvin. Stay with us. There is more news ahead.
Planning a cleanup? We can help. Sevon's Waste Management skip bins can be provided for home renovation projects, yard cleanup, or construction project. It's simple. Step 1, give us a call. Step 2, we put down the bin. Step 3, load it up with all of your junk. Step 4, we take it away. That's simple. Bins are also available in various sizes, so there is no job that is too big or too small. Call Sevon's Waste Management today at 218-1455.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, and we're celebrating with big savings on smartphones, starting as low as $16,500 for the Samsung A06 and $26,500 for the Samsung A16 and $40,500 for the A26. But wait, there's more. Get 1 month free data with your new phone to keep you close to loved ones near and far. Offer available while stocks last. Visit a Digicel store today and unwrap the gift of real connections. Digicel.
I'm sorry. I couldn't take any more of your gaslighting. Just go. I got burned too many times. I went to Quartz and found myself a new flame.
Say goodbye to your old appliances and hello to new ones from Quartz, bringing Christmas home.
HGP Nightly News. Welcome back. The Ministry of Human Services and Social Security is calling for stronger accountability and decisive action in the fight against gender-based violence. Tiana Cole reports.
The Ministry of Home Affairs in a statement informed that at approximately 4 hours on Monday, December 8, 2025, an unknown individual unlawfully entered the ministry's building. It was revealed that the security personnel detected the intruder via CCTV cameras and immediately raised an alarm. The rank told investigators that while stationed in the southwestern guard hut, she observed a male wearing a hoodie inside the middle flat of the building, specifically in the Immigration Support Services Department. The man was reportedly carrying a haversack. One officer, according to the release, pursued the individual, but the intruder made good his escape. The Guyana Police Force was promptly notified, and an investigation has since been launched. Preliminary investigations revealed that a glass window on the eastern side of the building, located in the washroom area, was found open with no visible signs of breakage. Closed-circuit television CCTV footage shows the suspect entering the building by pulling open this eastern washroom window and later moving about the middle flat carrying a black, bulky traveling bag. The footage further shows the suspect exiting the building via a fire escape on the northern side before scaling the eastern fence with the said bag and proceeding east along Crowell Street. The ministry has been advised that the suspect has since been arrested by the Guyana Police Force in connection with this incident. A quantity of items believed to have been stolen from the ministry was found in his possession. The Ministry of Home Affairs commends the prompt and professional response of the Guyana Police Force and acknowledges the vigilance of the security personnel on duty. Investigations are ongoing. Only recently, a building being built for the new Canoe headquarters was also breached, raising serious questions since the ministry's building has security and CCTV coverage. There has also been growing concerns about public security according to pundits. The Guyana Police Force has recently announced a drop in serious crimes and a 61% crime clear rate. Marvin Cato reporting for HGP Nightly News.
Major upgrades to healthcare delivery are on the way for Region 1 as government pushes ahead with the construction of the new Moruca Regional Hospital. Here again is Tiana Cole.
The Ministry of Health is moving full stream ahead with preparations for the $4.6 billion Moruca Regional Hospital, as Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony visited the construction site over the weekend. The new facility, which will sit on 10 acres of land, is expected to dramatically expand healthcare services in the region. Dr. Anthony said work has already begun, with a team currently preparing the site for full construction. One of the major improvements he noted is the addition of an on-site oxygen plant, a critical feature inspired by shortages experienced during the COVID-19 pandemic.
And so this new hospital that we are constructing would also have an oxygen plant on site.
The minister said the aim is to open the hospital within 2 years, but staffing is an immediate priority, as more trained healthcare professionals will be needed to operate the new facility.
So from now, one of the things that we'll have to do is start looking for persons with the right qualifications so they can join the RN program, the Registered Nursing Program.
The 50-bed modern hospital will feature a fully equipped accident and emergency department, pharmacy, and laboratory. Its advanced imaging suite will offer X-ray and CT scans services, boosting diagnostic capabilities in the region. It will also house operating theaters for routine and complex surgeries, ICUs for adults and children, and a specialized maternal delivery suite. Inpatient rooms will be designed for comfort, with no more than 5 beds per room, each fitted with a private toilet and bath. Tiana Cole reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Stay tuned for your regional news.
Vival Supermarket appreciates you, and their 17th Customer Appreciation Day sale is set for December 2nd, 2025, from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Shop at Survival and get a 10% discount throughout the supermarket, except alcohol and tobacco products. Yes, it's in time for the holiday season with a big 10% discount from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. at Survival. The Customer Appreciation Day sale, December 2nd, Survival Supermarket, Sheriff Street and Placentia Road.
Christmas runs on real connections with Digicel. The calls, the laughter, the joy, and the chance to pick and win big. We're giving away $12 million. Yes, every week, one lucky Digicel customer gets a chance to win up to $2 million. 6 lucky winners in total. Here's how you get in. Top up with $1,000 or more, or pay your fiber or postpaid bill in full. The more you top up, the more chances you get. Stay connected this Christmas for your chance to win big. Digicel.
Say hello to your new favorite sip, Fruta Mango Passion. This tropical combo of mango and passion fruit delivers a bold flavor and wholesome goodness. It's fruity, it's vibrant, and it fits right into your day. Grab your Mango Passion can today and live fruitfully. Fruta.
Good evening and welcome to Monday's edition of the Regional News. I'm Antonio Day. We begin with tonight's news coming out of Trinidad and Tobago. Police are investigating 3 separate fatal shootings over the weekend, including the murder of a 38-year-old Caroni man who was gunned down outside a bar in Kelly Village early on Saturday morning when he intervened in a dispute involving his brother. The victim, Gabriel Simon of Main Road, Kelly Village, died at the scene after being shot in the face around 2:40 a.m. According to police reports, Simon had been inside the Safe Landing Bar on Caroni South Bank Road minutes earlier, where he stepped in to separate his brother and a woman who were in an argument. After the two went off in different directions, Simon walked outside to smoke a cigarette. About 15 minutes later, patrons heard several gunshots, and when checks were made, Simon was found dead in the car park with several gunshots wound. According to investigators, evidence recovered included 1 9mm projectile and 3 9mm spent casings, stamped with the marking TTR, suggesting that they may be regiment-issue ammunition. Turning attention to news in Barbados. Barbadians are paying less for gasoline, diesel, and liquefied petroleum gas, but a little more for kerosene. In its latest price adjustment, the government announced that from December 8, gasoline will retail at $3.85 per liter, down 9 cents from last month, while diesel costs $3.32 per liter, a decline of 4 cents. Kerosene has gone up by 5 cents, moving to $1.56 per liter. The next price adjustment is scheduled to take effect on January 4th next year. And finally, with some international news, a powerful 7.6 magnitude earthquake struck late Monday off northern Japan, triggering a tsunami of up to 70 centimeters in Pacific coast communities and warnings of potentially high surges, the Japanese Meteorological Agency said. Several people are injured, media reports said. The earthquake struck about 11:15 p.m. in the Pacific Ocean, about 80 kilometers, which is 50 miles off the coast of Japan's main Honshu Island. Several people were injured in a hotel in the Mori town of Hachinohe, and a man in the town of Tonoku was slightly hurt when his car fell into a hole, public broadcaster NHK reported. Kihara said that nuclear power plants in the region were conducting safety checks and that so far no problems were detected. Several cases of fires were reported in Amori, and about 90,000 residents were advised to take shelter at evacuation centers, the Fire and Disaster Management Agency said. Thanks for watching. I'm Antonio Day. Goodbye for now and be safe.
Let's join Delvin Neblet with HGP's Sports Pulse.
Good evening, Guyana. I'm Delwyn Neblet with your HGP TV Sports Pulse for today, Monday, December 8, 2025. We begin tonight with football action concluded in the 2025 MVP Sports Girls Under 11 Pee Wee Football Tournament with two fixtures at the Ministry of Education ground on Saturday. Marian Academy defeated St. John the Baptist Primary 1-0 to secure a third-place finish as Haley Habercorn produced the decisive strike. In the grand final, Santa Rosa Primary held their nerve to secure a 3-2 victory over their Region 1 rivals Warramuri Primary. Ravenna Johnson netted a brilliant double as Naomi Henry scored once in a winning effort. Warramuri's Althea Marks scored twice in the 1-goal defeat as Santa Rosa secured the top prize of $100,000. The competition's leading goal scorer, Ravenna Johnson, who finished with a whopping 19 goals, was also recognized as the tournament's MVP. More in football action concluded in the 2025 Division 1 Women's League with two fixtures at the National Training Center in Providence on Friday. The first match was a commanding 5-0 victory for the Western Tigers over Menedalus FC. Match number 2 was a keenly contested 1-0 victory for the champions Guyana Defence Force FC over the Guyana Police Force FC as Sandra Johnson's sensational strike was the only goal in the final match of the season. Moving into cricket, the Guyana Cricket Board have officially announced their national under-13 squad set to compete against Barbados in a 5-match 40-over series from December 13 to 19 in Georgetown. Team encampment will commence on Thursday, December 11, 2025. Team Ghana, led by wicketkeeper batter Lumar Sicharan with the support of Vice-Captain Shahid Gajnabi, also includes Nathaniel Ramkelawan, Timothy Ramdat, Afraz Ali, Makai Dowlin, Afraz Khan, Fayad Bash, Ashton Collins, Deshaun Ramnorth, Adrian Emmanuel, Jasani Craig, Demarcus Thomas, and Jaden Ganpat. Standby players include Aaron DeCosta, Kemraj Bharat, Mark Antong Obermuller, Tilak Ishwar, Kelvin Henry, and Mario Singh. The home side will be coached by Amir Rahman, Kumar Bishundial, and Clive Holder. More in cricket, the first two rounds of fixtures in the 2025 GCB 1 Guyana Women's Senior Inter-County T20 Tournament were played at the LBI Community Centre ground over the weekend. In Game 1 on Saturday, 50-over champions Essequibo secured a hard-fought 5-run victory over Demerara. Batting first, Essequibo reached 101 for 7 of their allotment of 20 overs. Shawnette Belgrave top-scored with 22 as Tremaine Marks added 20, and both the captain Laureen Williams and Anastasia Valenzuela added 18. Demerara's captain Casey Schultz was the pick of the bowlers, taking 4 for 18 as Celia Madramutu picked up 2 for 15. When Demerara responded, Schultz returned to top score with 17 and Naomi Barkoy added 14 as they were limited to 96 for 7 on the back of 2 for 6 from Annalisa Degar. Nikisha Narayan, Kumari Prasad, and Tremaine Marks each picked up 1 wicket in a winning effort. In game number 2 on Saturday, Bibi secured a commanding 94-run victory over the Hinterland All-Stars after reaching 139 for 6 and then bowling out the Hinterland for just 45. Captain Kelsey Couchman, Grazil Thomas, and Fiona Benjamin each picked up 1 wicket as the experienced Shanita Grayman top scored with 27 and Crystal Durant added 17. Player of the match Kiana Leach was then destructive with the ball, taking 4 for 3 as only Tiffany LaRose with 12 got into double figures for Hinterland. On Sunday, Essequibo secured a commanding 24-run victory over Bibis in a truncated fixture, reduced to 15 overs per side. Batting first, Essequibo reached 118 for 7 as Shawnette Belgrave scored an explosive 21 from 13 and Annalisa Degar remained unbeaten on 30 from 27. Captain Shanita Grayman was the pick of the bowlers for Bibis, taking 4 for 20 from 3 overs. When Bibis responded, they were limited to 94 for 7 from 15 overs. Lafiana Millington top scored with 22 from 32 and Crystal Durant added 13 as Sienna Retimaya picked up 2 for 16 and both Tremaine Marks and Kumari Prasad picked up 1 wicket in a winning effort. In match number 2 on Sunday, Demerara reached 61 without loss in 9 overs with Naomi Barkoy on 31 and Tilia Madramutu on 20 before rain interrupted play without any further action taking place in the match. Finally, in cricket, action concluded in the first of 3 test matches between the West Indies and New Zealand at the Hagley Oval in Christchurch on Saturday. Requiring an additional 319 runs for victory with 6 wickets intact on the final day, the Windies batters showed immense courage to reach 457 for 6 on the back of an unbeaten double century from player of the match Justin Greaves, who finished on 202 from 388 deliveries. Earlier in the day, Shea Hope added 24 to his overnight score before being dismissed for 140, caught by the captain Tom Latham of the bowling of Jacob Duffy. Guyanese wicketkeeper batter Tevin Imlach was the other wicket to fall, LBW to Zachary Folks, as Kemar Roach, who brought up his first half-century in Tests, remained unbeaten on 58 after featuring in a match-saving 180-run six-wicket partnership with Greaves. The drawn Test ensures that the ongoing series remains leveled heading into the second Test scheduled to commence from 18 hours at the Basin Reserve in Wellington on Tuesday. That's it for this edition of the HGP TV Sports Pulse. I'm Delwyn Neblett, reminding you to stay in the game.
Calls mount for cash grant before Christmas. APNU holds peaceful demonstration. HASTINGS-WILLIAMS chides government over poor living conditions at the Amerindian HOSTEL on Princess Street. No new leads in killing of Cuban national. Blood-stained knife recovered. And China Railway and China Road and Bridge Corporation workers up in arms over non-payment of salaries. Those are our major headlines. For these stories and more, please go to our website. It's www.hgptv.com. I'm Travis Chase. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.